Welcome back to the channel, guys. I thought I would just get something out just to pretty well kind of to show maybe a couple of upcoming videos, what we've sort of got on the cards in the future. Namely, we're going to be doing a bit of a conversion on this sucker. This is a DTRC E51. This started life as a two-stroke boat. I'll chuck a couple of pictures in here of what it started life like. So I picked this sucker up on Marketplace for a couple $100. Overall pretty good condition, but yeah, it was a little damaged and cracked in a few bits and pieces like that. So always wanted a big electric boat, and yeah, this is how she started. Here's a little look inside the boat. Obviously it was a two-stroke setup. Just bare fiberglass, pretty nice, never run, just sat in this dude's shed with stuff on top of it, and that's what had sort of damaged it. But ultimately, I wanted to convert it to electric. Small little shot, just in the painting process. This was a fair bit into the painting process. It was a big job, but yeah, it's turning out here with the decals and bits and pieces. And here's the boat sort of in its finished form. So yeah, it was a big job, but it turned out really nice in the end. Just sadly didn't quite run as nice as it looked. So yeah, obviously did a fair bit of work to sort of get it to this point in time, but sadly the boat never really ran as well as I would have liked. It never seemed to really CG nicely. It really sat really low in the water on takeoff, like it'd literally look at the sky. And then in a straight line, not bad, but it did tend to sort of have a bit of a tail wag. And it was really prone to actually just spinning out in corners. The tail would just spin out. So I think what the big issue was I think a combination of a loose rudder system, but I think more so a bigger problem was actually sort of like the strut depth and positioning. So I've gone ahead and done a bit of a start on this, but I didn't want to go too much into the actual work on the boat that I've done so far, but you can see I've torn a few bits and pieces out of it so far. But we are going to turn this into a twin. So it's going to be interesting to see how this boat performs once we do all that work. So what else have we got going? We're going to get the snap boat back on the water. This has been going good so far. I'll just get that lid over there. Very happy with how this is turning out at this stage. I picked up a slightly smaller prop. This is just a cheap 4214 prop I picked up off AliExpress. Like, you may as well just get an aluminium one, because it feels just as flimsy. The last aluminium prop this thing ran, it just sheared both ears off the prop. So we'll see how we go, but it should give us a good maybe baseline of how that size prop would work. Another little thing I did was I printed out a boat stand for it. The old one was just completely just delaminating and falling apart. So big shout out to my buddy for getting that one printed out for me. Didn't take long to design something up in Fusion 360, and that actually turned out really nice. So Damien, thanks very much if you're watching this, dude. Stoked. But yeah, on this one, we're going to try getting this back in the water. I'm going to try running it without turn fins and see how it performs. Overall, like I said, pretty happy with how it's running. It was a weapon in the corners, so I'm hoping I can maybe loosen it up a little bit and see if we can get the tail to just sort of hang a little bit looser. We'll see how it runs anyway. Alright, this has been another little pet project I've had going for a little while. Long story short, I absolutely love the Silver Stars and Stripes body theme that the Infraction has, and you can also get it in the 6S Mojaves. somewhere along the line a couple of years ago, I lost them. I had two brand new bodies and I lost them when I was moving house. So I was really quite frustrated with that, but managed to finally get around to picking a couple up and built this sucker up. So we're going to have a video on this ESC. It is an XC ESC. This one is the E6 Max. It is rated for 550 amps continuous. That's no joke. I'm just finishing a few little bits and pieces on this car to get it running. It is going to be a belt drive system. No idea if this is going to be appropriate gearing. I've never run a belt drive before, so that will be interesting. It's running a 1260 kV 1721 Castle motor. In censored configuration, like this has got 7-gauge wiring on it. Yeah, pretty impressive bit of kit this. So I'm going to do a bit of a review on this once I can get the car running. I'm just waiting on an ESC plate and some nicer battery straps and just a few bits of carbon to run down the sides of this car. And we're going to get it on the chip and see what the logs show and a few bits and pieces of what this ESC is capable of. As far as I know, this mob has been around for a long time. I'm just starting to see a few people post a few videos here and there on them, but nothing too in-depth yet. So pretty keen to show you guys what that thing is all about. And last little project I've been working on, just a little recovery boat. I've moved up to sort of central North Queensland now. Crocodiles are a thing, even in fresh water. So yeah, swimming's probably not the best idea for flipped boats anymore. So finally got around to getting this sucker sorted out, for the most part anyway. I had quite a lot of old electronics kicking around from aircraft and old boats and bits and pieces. Again, my buddy Damien, he 3D printed this, I don't know what you'd call this thing, but just sort of like an assembly where you can mount a decent sized outrunner motor. I just had all this kicking around, just got a little 2 to 6S ESC in there, just a really ordinary 9i mod, whatever brand that is. I picked these up a while ago and they're super slow and nice construction and waterproof, but it's a super slow servo, so we'll see how it goes. I'm just waiting on a really long servo horn and just get the linkage sorted. Other than that, it's just all PVC construction, zip ties, pool noodles. There's a really good video online on a couple of guys building these. So sorry, I don't know the name of the channels that I sort of copied off. One guy turned into a full little airboat setup, little man on there, the whole lot. So I just want to keep mine a bit sort of more basic. I just sort of used a bit of what I had around at home. So yeah, there's just a little update on the channel, guys. We've got plenty going on in the shop. Been just slowly sort of getting through all the rigs, just cleaning them up, getting them running and happy again. But yeah, we'll try and get into these projects as much as we can. It's pretty hard in between work and family life, all the rest of it. So just wanted to give you all a little update on what is coming on the channel. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be talking to you soon. Peace out.